How we doing? Doing pretty good. Starting up here with the live watch party here. Thanks for guys for tuning in. Yeah, just pumped to be kind of back a little bit on the Moto Exposure, MXPTV channel. I guess it was Moto Exposure used to be back in the day. If you, some of you may remember with my DVDs and stuff. But no, this is it's cool, man. I mean, it's good to be back a little bit here, just to kind of check in what's going on and stuff and everything. I've been pretty busy with a lot of things. I've been with work. I've been busy with work during the week. My full time job, warehouse job I have, and then actually pick up some recent video work working for Flow Bowling now. So I'm more in the bowling thing now than I have been before, um, and that's been going great. I mean, I did 5 PBA tour events this summer, and it's been great opportunity doing that stuff. So I've been really fortunate to be in the mix there. So, and then yeah, just pumped to be here and try to show off some videos to you guys. Try to get you guys through this a little bit. So we're gonna watch some older videos here and stuff. Guys you may have seen before, some you may not have. So, and all that. So we're gonna take a look at one video here. This is from 2010, and we have it's the lap of Budds Creek with Tyler Wise. This is during a this is when the new YZ450, when the whole motor got flipped around and all that stuff. Basically, the whole redesign of the 450 came about. We got invited to do the shoot for it, so the test day for it and all that stuff. That was the only test day we ever did for the bike, so it was really cool. And we did it at Budds Creek, so fortunately it was close. And yeah, so looking forward to that. And so let's go check this out right now and see what you guys think. Let me just start it right about now. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool video. Yeah, that scrub he did that took off a little bit virally on my end. Definitely saw some people sharing that one, so that was pretty impressive. Was able to pull that off. Tom's always said he's luckily brought that one back because that one wasn't coming back easily. So, but yeah, no, it's that was cool. It was a great day. The track was primo that day too. Like, I mean, Yamaha was there for 3 days, so the place was immaculate. So it was perfect. So, no, the opportunity to go shoot a 450, like shoot a shoot like that, for bike tests and stuff. It's really awesome. And they affect, all the R&D mechanics, that worked on the bike and everything they're working on the bike, set it up, things like that. I mean, it was a cool opportunity to do something like that. So it was sweet. But yeah, I mean, from being 10 years ago, Jay, like you're saying, yeah, 10 years, it's came a long way. And that was with standard definition video back then. It was just before I went to HD. So it's definitely been a different time for sure. So, next video we're going to watch is, the good old tail two-stroke, the first one. You guys have seen this plenty of times, but I figure we can go chime in it one more time and check it out. I mean, this shoot was a big shoot, just not just for me, for my brother as well. I really got his name out there a lot, and to ride a 2000 Honda Sierra 252 stroke, definitely a different deal for sure. So it was definitely interesting to see him ride that bike. He loves that bike. He still misses that bike to this day. So we'll check that out right now. And heads up too, there won't be too much Tyler. I know my brother and stuff, but there'll be plenty of other videos. So we'll get Tyler out of the way right off the bat. But no, everyone loves the video. So the music was really good too. Timmy Morris did a great job with the music. So, but yeah, let's go check it out. Tail two stroke, the first one. So here we go.
I'm Tyler Wozny, and I'm riding a 2000 CR 252 stroke.
Why are you riding a 2000 CR 252 stroke?
Why not? Yeah, riding this old school 12-year-old bike, it's a lot different from the new bikes. They're all no vibration, nothing. They're easy to ride. Two strokes, it's hard to ride. You got a lot of vibration. The frames aren't as good as the new frames, and it's just a totally different bike riding, but it's so much fun. Plus, it sounds awesome. I ride two-stroke because it brings you back to the basics and makes you ride your four-stroke harder and better. So that's why I do it. This bike is the only bike I own right now, so brought that down in Florida to do some riding, and like on a four-stroke, it'll be a lot easier. Two-stroke, you're working a lot more. You're shifting gears, you're moving the bike around. Just like compared to this bike, it's like a tank. So it's just, you're doing a lot more work, I think, on a two-stroke than anything else.
I realized for something great I was created. Music's my life, and for a long time I have waited to break free and live the life that I can see. As my dreams come to life, just fighting to be me. Yeah, I believe in something greater than self. I believe there's more to live in life than trying to get wealth. More than life, than simply working hard to only get by. More than death, than what we think when every one of us dies. There's more around than we can see, not caught by the eye. See, I might have started walking, but I was born to fly. World might have clipped my wings, but that don't mean I don't try. My feet, they might be on the ground, but my head's in the sky. Got a dream in my heart, and a gleam in my eye. Dropping beats from my birth till the day that I die. And the life is hard, I always keep my face in the sky. Looking up to heaven, knowing everything will be fine. I made up my mind, my life is decided. Man, I ride to work to indie music, so you provide it. I'd like to take the credit, but I know that I got it. Now every track goes up like the trains that collided, you know. I was a simple created to live a life underrated, to trip and fall in the system, to live a life will let it to climb and breathe. Pay all your dues, man, you better be careful, cause there's a whole lot to lose. The way to leave a place, man, it's easy to lose it. That's why half the time I stay low and I keep up my music. But like everything else, so careful not to abuse it. I don't know how to give up my own music. And now I realize say, the problem isn't us, the problem is you. Stop blaming other people and look at the things you do. Too bad I can't sing about happy days, birds and butterflies, cause every 10 seconds someone else in the world dies. Suffering's everywhere, but most of us just close our eyes, and nothing changes anywhere, man. Big surprise. I've been fed up for way too long to avoid this rant. It's not that I don't wanna cool down, I simply can't. The end is coming soon, but hardly anyone believes, cause half of us don't care and the other half to see. The key to life is love, and that comes from up above. Wake up, sleeping world, cause pushers now come the shove. Not another generation of lazy, complacent blind, and sitting back relaxing when the state of man's decline.
It's not. It's sweet 4-stroke. What the hell does that mean? 2-stroke sounds so much better. Can make them sound good.
Heavy hitter, busting laps at county line down in Florida. Big time heavy hitters are all busting out.
Are you interviewing me? Is that what this is? MXPTV is awesome.
Turn the sound on, that'll be better. Yep, there you go. Still trying to figure the bugs out. But yeah, that was a great video. I mean, it was a video that definitely helped out, you know, both of us and stuff. But also, I think just at the time, it was, you know, 2-strokes were becoming more popular on YouTube and stuff. This was a 2012 video. It came out February 29th, 2012. So pretty much 8 years ago that video came out. So it's funny how it doesn't look like it's aged much, but it's, you know, I think just because you're on an older bike and everything, and that was shot on I think it was a Canon 60D I think I had, so it was definitely a while ago. And but then we went to those tracks. Monster Mountain was an awesome place to shoot, and you know, County Line was a great place to shoot as well. I mean, we went to a bunch of places, Club MX eventually, so some great places there for sure. So I was really happy to you know, do that shoot and stuff. We were actually, there was another track that was supposed to be shot. It was actually Durhamtown, because we actually stopped there. So, but it just downpoured the day we got there, and we're like, all right, we'll just stop. And actually, when we stopped there at Durhamtown in the parking lot somewhere, we started coming up with the idea of like, okay, we'll go. You know, basically with this whole shoot, I drove down my rental car to go shoot this thing, but it was like not even planned. I was like, I just want to get 2-stroke footage of them, and it wasn't working. Then I was like, I'm gonna do this and have fun with it. And then so I got a rental car, went straight down there, and straight to County Line all the way down Florida from New Jersey. I think it was, no, I was living in Delaware then. So Delaware right to Florida, and then drove, you know, kind of followed them all the way back. And they had the motorhome there and stuff. So that was great. And so helped out a lot. They were traveling and all that stuff, trying to help them out, but also help me out, get a place to stay and stuff. So, and then we kind of thought of the idea to tell a 2-stroke. We thought about that in the motorhome there. So that was, and then just the ball rolled from there, and video just kind of went, did its thing. So it was great. So, but other than that, yeah, so we're off to another video. We'll check it out. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Thanks for you guys chiming in the chat too. A lot of people in there. So appreciate the support, and, you know, we'll see. I think doing these watch parties, I think it's really cool. So, I appreciate you guys coming out for the first one, and see what happens. Next video, we're going to put in the queue here. We're going to go hit in the air a little bit. We're going to use my old drone I used to have. My air tour videos were pretty popular, it seemed like, with a lot of people and stuff. So, you know, because this is when drones started getting around a little bit. So, one of my favorite ones was from Tomahawk. So we'll check out that one from Tomahawk. And Tomahawk is still running practice these days, if not, yeah, with this whole virus thing, everyone's pretty much shutting down. So Tomahawk is kind of one of the last tracks within West Virginia, which is actually one of the better states right now to be in with this virus going on. So, and my brother's been there probably in the last number of days. He's been at Tomahawk practicing, riding and stuff. If you follow him on Instagram and stuff, at Taiwan 760. So, let's check that out. But yeah, here's a little aerial view of Tomahawk. This is from, I don't know, like I said, this is probably from like 5-6 years ago. Place is a lot different now, but let's check it out how it used to look there. I think this was shot during a Mama race too. So, yep, let's check it out. there's the air tour from Tomahawk. So that was a mile race. I get, back in 14 or 15. It's been a while. So yeah, so the air tours were a lot of fun to do. They were just so different because you're just basically radio controlling a bird up in the air and trying to get nice aerial shots, things like that. So it was great to do shoots like that for sure. So other than that, phone's blowing up. Anyways, so all right. So next thing we're gonna watch, actually, it's a video it's recently just been, I don't know, it's been hitting like crazy. I think there's one video on YouTube right now that's hitting really well. It's a motocross video, and it's hitting this one Sleepy Hollow video from 2013. This two-stroke shootout, the 250A class, like to motos, it's just hitting like crazy right now. I don't know why, just is. But I'm assuming it's one video that's hitting really well. It's being recommended. It just kind of goes in this other video. So the video has over 3 million views right now, which is ridiculous because I don't even have any videos over 2 million views. So it's the last month or two has been just like the past month it made 1 million views. And I didn't do anything. So like I said, I'm bowling and working. I'm not doing much video work lately. So I was really impressed to see that doing well. So we're gonna watch that right now and figure out why it's hitting well, other than it's 2 strokes in it. That's all I can say. So but let's check it out. This is the 2013 Sleepy Hollow 2-stroke shootout. The 258 highlights from both motos. So it's a little longer side, but you guys enjoy it. It's 2 strokes, so I know you guys like them. So I see the numbers. So all right, here it is. and shoot, my bad. I just realized there's no sound. My bad. I'm getting used to this, so relax. Thanks, Ryan, for the heads up. Okay, we got sound now, so we're good. But, okay, so in the next video we're going to do is, as I was saying earlier, you know, the two-stroke shootout's always a funny race because everyone's trying to find their, you know, trying to find a bike to borrow and all this stuff, and try to be able to, you know, try to make sure of that. So, but everyone's trying to find a bike and two-stroke bike because everyone's on four-strokes. So, but all right, guys. Yeah, I think I have the sound back on again. So sorry about that. My bad. So at least I think it's working. But I see my levels going up and down, so that should be good. Next video, we're gonna dive in and we're gonna watch the best of James Stewart. This is the footage. Now, this is not the best footage of Stewart ever because as people comment on and say that it was not. It was, you know, where's him on the 125? Where's it? Believe me, I wish I had video of him on the 125. That would be gold right now. Would be gold anyway. So no, this is all footage of him basically from. There was one race at K-Rock. I think the last time he was ever at K-Rock, he did a demo ride on a 450. That was like 2007, 2008, somewhere around there. So, yep, so there's that one. And then a bunch of them from nationals, from, you know, 12, 13, 14, things like that. And then as home track in 14. So, yep, we'll watch a little bit of best of JF7. It's a little music edit and stuff. So, kind of a little fun to do. I did this video actually not that long ago, probably about a year or so ago. So, I guess when he officially retired, I was like, yeah, let's do a little highlight video of him. So, but, all right, let's go check it out. Sorry, guys. Mike again. Jeez. I'll get the hang of it. I gotta write a post-it note or something on there saying that my sound's off and stuff. So my bad again. I'm gonna fire my audio guy. I will. Just gotta fire. He's gotta let him go. He's twice he's screwed up already, so he's gotta go. So, but no. Anyways, okay. So we're gonna next video we're gonna check out is the Loretta Lynn's. We're going to Loretta Lynn's in 2011. The super mini classes. Cinderella was in the class at the time, and yep, we're gonna check out some cool battles there. I forgot who else is in these races too. I'm sure probably Cooper Webb's in it, maybe, or something, maybe. So this was just an awesome one to look back on. So let's check it out. Loretta Lynn's super mini classes, super mini motos from 2011. Let's check it out. Yeah, that was an awesome bunch of motos there from the Super Mini class. Super Mini class at Loretta's is always it's always interesting. It's always very interesting. I think Jordan Smith's RM85 there, or RM105, whatever you want to call it, that Super Mini. His Super Mini bike was sounded unbelievable. It was great, and those bikes are just so tuned so well, and Adam's bike was obviously running really well too, and he had a great week there, with that. So just really cool stuff to see, and it's good to look back 8-9 years ago. You look at AC and Cooper both in 450 class now. They're Cooper Webb's got a 450 Supercross title, and you see some riders that are there, and some you don't see anymore. So it's cool to see some of the riders that were the mix then. So. But yeah, as far as the 150 goes, I had some questions that Hayden asked in there about if there's any 150s in the Super Mini class. And yeah, I haven't been at the races as much, so I don't know if they're still around, I guess. I assume they still are, but yeah, I think the two strokes are there to stay for the 85s, I think, right now. So I remember Justin Barsha, who, we're good family friends with. He was kind of the first kid that was supposed to be debuting the 150 at Loretta's some years ago, and there was a whole big promo for him to ride the 150, and he actually, I think, he broke his collarbone or something like that. Not too long before Loretta's started up, so that was a big thing there. So I think the 150 just kind of missed the cut in a bunch of areas, but it's those two-stroke bikes, they're tuned very well, and I think they sound way better. So four-strokes sound all right, but a good two-stroke, you guys know, two-strokes are really good. So. Speaking about Barsha, we're going to show a Barsha video. They seem to do very well, obviously. But outside of that, this is a different one. This is not just at a track somewhere. This is through the trails of Florida. There's a bunch of trails down there, sand trails, all that stuff. That's always just really cool to do. So we were at his place for one day for a shoot, and it was him, my brother, Anthony Zuber, a friend of ours, and Jeff Stanton was there with Justin there at the time, training and whatnot with him. And they decided to hit the trails. And I basically gave him a couple GoPros. It's like, all right, get everything. So let's check that out. This is what we call the Florida Trailblazers video. And this was a fun one to put together just because you didn't know what they're going to get out of it. And I wasn't shooting any of it. So it was just totally blind. I'm like, get here's your GoPros, guys. All right, get whatever you can get. And just I'll put the rest together. So awesome shoot, awesome fun there. And here it is. Go check it out.
much fun as I could when I was
Man, that's awesome. Yeah, that's Justin for you. Put him out on the trail, put him out wherever to ride. I mean, he's a madman on a bike for sure. So he's just it's just going through those shots and everything. I was just like, man, there's so much good stuff here to put in this thing. So yeah, that would be awesome. I mean, to see Justin like in a J-Day or like a GNCZ type event after racing's done, man, he's give him a bike there. See what you can get. He might cut the course a hair or two, but I mean, other than that, it'll be very interesting to watch and very entertaining to watch. So, but yeah, definitely. Also, next video we're gonna show up here is a this was requested a little earlier, but we're gonna show it right now. It's a Garden State free ride video. This is the first time I went to this unknown pit in Jersey, which in Jersey everyone knows it. So. It's one of those places, and it's just, when I first went there, I was like, get the hell out of here. This place is sick. So, a lot of walking, a lot of, getting on the back of a bike and riding around. There's a lot of open area to ride in, but this place was crazy, and it's, still riding it today. I think it's still somewhat rideable. Obviously, it's who you know to ride there, so I'm not putting any details out there, so, because, not say I'll get shot for it, but, who knows? So I will say this is I never said the locations, but I said the Garden State free ride. So it's somewhere in Jersey, and it's a free ride place. So, but yeah, it's a sand pit basically. It's just one of the awesome places to ride. So, so yeah, let's check out this video. It was a fun shoot. So let's check out Jesse Pierce and all those guys. So this is 2012. So we're going back 8 years in this one. So, and they're still riding there to this day, I believe. So, but yeah, check it out.
all right. Yeah, hey, guys. The guy in the truck right here. Yeah, hop on him. Yeah, I'm fine. We were just looking at the jump. They like barely hit, but the impact and you get thrown off the bike.
Yeah, I think I broke my collarbone and a bone or two in my hand.
Just try not to move. You know what I mean?
Nah, you guys just enjoy the rest of the day.
You gotta get out.
I'll probably be back. My mom will be back to pick you up.
Have you seen what's coming on the horizon? Waking up to tomorrow's life to find out that the answer is gone. The answer is gone. I'm breaking it down, so turn it up. I'm here to bring a full that puts a chill on your neck. Yeah, the kind you get when you start to feel that you can connect to the words of my rhyme. As you listen one at a time, they begin to take shape and bring an image into your mind. One that helps you to see, cause in this world there's so many lies and so many people living in a phony disguise. So now I'm here to help you out and bring about your decline by giving you a rhyme that leaves you with a tingle in spine that reacts in your head to wake up looking like it was dead. So you can stand up with your hand up and repeat what I said to stop the media money makers that ruin society. The ones who try to put us off the lyrical sobriety. Yeah, and now there's so many complications and many people now in screwed up situations because of what we let walk into our lives through our ears and our eyes, and yet we all look surprised. I will fight so hard. I will fight so hard to help you to see. And it's complicated, but does anyone care? Does anyone care? And it's still I will fight so hard. I will fight so hard to help you to see. And it's complicated, but does anyone care? Does anyone care? I think not. guns go pop, 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 pop. There's another one, another brother gone, another mother lost a son. Another young life, wonder what he would have done. And now he'll never have a chance to grow and be someone. I wish it was for it, but the lyrics are real. And as I'm sitting playing the actors like they all feel for all the victims of the passion that we have created. That was a brutal display of racism, violence, and hatred. And I know 1,000 songs have said the same thing, but we don't change, we don't listen to the message they bring. We wanna live it up, let someone else undo what's done. And so the cycle goes, I guess it makes 1,001. I wish I thought it was done, but really I just begun to dig into the corruption that's systematically run by the music corporations that are plaguing our nation. To simply take a seat and watch a death of young aspiration. I will fight so hard. I will fight so hard to help you to see. And it's complicated, but does anyone care? Does anyone care? And it's still I will fight so hard. I will fight so hard to help you to see. And it's complicated, but does anyone care? Does anyone care? Most people still trip in society, slipping, so here's some more. I tried to bring this message when I did Hurting Land, but now I see that you don't learn or maybe don't understand. Maybe the music was too slow, so I say it again, but in a different way to reach all those who wouldn't extend a kind word of gratitude. Some got nothing but attitude, say I'm hating, well I am. We're not on the same latitude. I shove it down your throat cause you shove it down mine. I have to sit and listen to your garbage rhyme after rhyme. I felt the gun, sex, violence, and blood for crime. Same old thing that's on the radio all the time. Now you came to get yours, now I'm here to get mine. And if it makes it to the areas, man, that'll be fine. I don't expect you though, cause I'm only keeping it real. I only sit and rap about the true things that I feel. Someone has to bring it over and people learn. Someone to tell it like it is, even if it'll hurt. I will fight so hard. I will fight so hard to help you to see. And it's complicated, but does anyone care? Does anyone care? And it's still I will fight so hard. I will fight so hard to help you to see. And it's complicated, but does anyone care? Does anyone care? And it still goes on. On the radio, it plays a song, and all of us will sing along. Hypnotized, captivated, sitting back like we're sedated with the beat of the new song. They spend $1 million on a brand new artist once a week. Just pluck another from the street, and children fall into the game. They grow up only wanting fame, to be the people that they see. The radio and the TV is what they're fed, and now they'll be a victim of society. And later as the kids grow up, we wonder why they self-destruct.
You're gonna jump from right where he is all the way over.
He's gonna eat shit. Yeah, that thing's scary. Alright, let's do it. I feel like I am professional motocross racer. Motocross racer. I'll get you back. Oh man, it hurts so bad.
Yeah, let's go right back to the house on fire. Who's driving?
Another fun video there. That was a fun shoot. Good time. There's that effect that was like looked like almost like a moon effect type of thing, like black and white, but like a blue tint or stuff. Yeah, I kind of wish I shot the whole video. Unless it'd be nice to edit that whole video with that look. I think that would've been really cool. That is that's it almost looks like a ride on the moon, like the way that looks. So it was pretty cool to put it like that. And yeah, it's just really cool. I'm just I went back there probably a year or two afterwards, do another one, and that was a lot of fun too. And but yeah, look at this video. Look at Jesse Pierce. It's like he's whipping it pretty good, but he whips a lot more right now. It's like you see the pictures I see from MDG and all those guys and from there lately, and it's like he's getting, I think, way more cork than he did back then. But then we're talking about 8 years ago, so it was a while ago. But no, it was pretty interesting. So yeah, I asked you guys if you want to do any future videos and stuff, and future videos and footage and stuff. I'll try to dig up the older stuff. Some of the hard drives work, some don't. So I have to kind of unlock them, make it happen. I'll see if I get some old E-Town stuff. I have some old E-Town, like J-Law stuff. I think I have one video somewhere on a somewhat newer hard drive because I posted it up on the YouTube channel not about a few years ago. So like that, Nicoletti and all these other older videos and stuff. So some of the older videos I can't post or can't share because it has copyright music in it, and I gotta watch that a little bit. So that's some of the reasons I can do that. I could post them up without music, which will just be no noise and you can see the video. But and back then I didn't do that many raw videos and stuff, so I did a lot of music edits. So because I just didn't care, and it was a lot of fun doing those type of videos. So I'll get to work on that. There's more of these watch parties we'll do and stuff. I'll dig through them more and stuff, and when I can between work and bowling and whatnot. But obviously bowling's out, so I have time. So I'll be able to do that. So all right, we're gonna check out a good battle video. It is not from a local race, not a regional race or an amateur race. It is a pro race. It's a Stewart versus Dungey versus Ryan Villapoto Hangtown battle from, I believe, it's 2013, I believe. I love the video of this video because Tim Carter does the announcing, and they have a big, huge speaker at Hangtown, like a really big, tall speaker in the middle of the infield, and I was actually by that. So basically, I was getting my voiceover for this video, like, right through the mic and everything. Everything was done through the mark and stuff, so it was all done, through that. So, so I was getting his voice and all the announcing on that. Rob Biles thing was on there too, I think. And it was just like, I'm getting that. I'm getting the battle. I'm like, I'm in the perfect spot, and I could see most of what's happening. And I think I got I think it was like one or two parts of the track I was able to get. But no, this is a really cool video. Cool battle, basically, overall. I mean, it's three of the sport's greatest riders ever, battling it out. And, the opening round of Hangtown, which the opening round of any series is always interesting because you want to see who's going to be battling who and what's going to happen. So let's check it out.
Stewart holds on to the number 1 ride, Dungey in 2. Here comes Villapoto in 3. Kennard holds on to the number 4 ride.
Knocking over one of the markers, the track corner markers, and then committed disaster on.
Then they come back down to the inside, and Ryan Dungey continues to pressure the number 7 of Stewart, and Ryan Villapoto. Dungey in the number 2 position. At the top of the hill they come. Here comes Villapoto.
Now Stewart side by side, down the hill. Villapoto, they're all in the same corner at the same time. Dungey off the track. Stewart into the outside. It is Villapoto on the inside, and Villapoto got it. Unless you have a little trick up your sleeve. Now James Stewart knows he has pressure from Ryan Dungey, but in front of both of these riders, the number 2.
What a race that was. That was awesome. That was it's one of those days where you shoot a moto and after you're done, you're just like, That felt pretty good. Felt like you did just you're just in that moment and in that battle, and just like you're just following everything that's going on between the announcers and what you're seeing on the track. It's just like that's those moments at the racetrack you just don't forget. So it was such a great day. So but yeah, no, it's going good. But again, appreciate you guys all checking in on the site. For everyone in the chat, thanks for watching. You guys are definitely helping out starting this out. I think these are fun to do. I like doing these. Just a matter of just trying to gather the old footage up and try to put some older stuff up there. I think I want to do that too. So and all that. But I don't think it'd be too bad if I show a bowling video. Or am I going to get crucified for this? I'm not sure yet, because I know there's all motocross guys on here, I know. So I do have one bowling video to show. It's actually some recent work I did to kind of give you a taste of what I'm doing now. I still plan to be at races still. I still plan to be K-Rock's usually a race I go to, but hopefully I'll do a couple nationals or something like that. I don't know. It's up in the air right now. So depending how, obviously with this virus stuff going on, you kind of have to wait and see right now. But outside of that, I'm going to try to do, try to do some races when I can, when there's no PBA tournaments going on and whatnot. So, and do video at maybe, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see, but I think, we're going to show a bowling video. I'm going to test you guys, see if you guys can handle some bowling stuff. Now, keep in mind, it's not like a bowling raw video where it's like boring or anything. So, but, no, this is kind of like my little music video thing, which actually, Flo didn't like entirely too much for certain reasons, because for bowlers, for bowling footage, they like to see all the way right through the end of the shot, when the ball goes to the pin, stuff like that. And there's a bunch of clips in here you don't see the end result of it. But besides that, it was a little like music edit thing. This is actually the first day of work I did for Flo, and with this video, and it was actually one day. It was a 1 day audition basically with them at the U.S. Open. It was just outside Charlotte, North Carolina, and this was back in November last year, so it wasn't that long ago. But this is kind of some of my latest work, we'll call it, and we'll see what happens. So, but let's see if you guys handle some bowling for a little bit, because this is kind of my new thing right now. I'm doing all the, as I'm a PBA bowler myself and bowl well and stuff, doing that. Now I'm getting into the video side of it, and the bowling community, they're, at least the industry, the people I talk to from the high ups in the PBA, Tom Clark and those guys, all the way down, everyone's loving what they're seeing. All the bowlers love, what they're seeing. So, so there's a lot of good things happening there. So I'm hopefully be sticking around with them more. But let's check it out. This is from the US Open. This is a practice day, but it was like more like they labeled this video the sights and sounds, which is kind of like your edit kind of from the practice day. So, but yeah, let's check it out. Pete Weber, all those guys are on there. Some of the guys you may know, and all the top bowlers in the world. So, all right, let's check it out. there's some bowling for you. So hope you guys enjoyed some of it. I know bowling's a sport that everyone does and stuff and everything, and it's definitely different jumping from sport to sport as far as going from motocross to bowling has been a big leap. So it's totally different atmosphere, totally different people, totally different attitude about everything. It's basically jumping into golf. Bowling and golf kind of like those parallel sports a little bit. So so other than that, it's just the way it goes, and it's just really cool. So it's what I'm doing now. If you ever want to check out my stuff I'm doing right now, go to flowbowling.com and check them out. I've been doing I did 5 PBA Tour events for them this year. Actually, I just got back from Vegas 2 weeks ago. Basically, when I flew back from Vegas, it was March 11th, I think it was. That's where I think kind of shit hit the fan, we'll call it. When the virus stuff kind of really hit home. So when I was out there, I was basically at South Point the entire time. I never really left. So, but anyways, it's it's good. I'm happy with what they're doing for me there and stuff, and then hopefully it'll lead to bigger things there. We'll see. Like I said, they're liking everything. So we'll see what happens from there. I go from there. And as far as the motocross stuff, motocross something's always fall back to, so it'll always be there if I need it. So but right now, working a Walmart job right now, which is, it's consistent right now, especially right now. We're still working, so it's good. But yeah. So other than that, it's good. So. All right, Balos 1777. Happy you're here. So we definitely can start now, even though we're an hour and a half in, so we're starting right now. So besides that, no, things are good. Just happy to be. It's I think just teaching ways of how bowling is it's way difficult. Because you look at TV, you see him strike, you're like, oh, that's easy. I could strike too. Friday night under the cosmic lights, things like that. Yeah, but at the professional level, it's totally different. It's kind of like a motocross. People say, oh, it's so easy. You twist the throttle and go. Nope, it definitely is not that. So definitely is not that. So. So make sure, when you bowl and stuff like that, be mindful of it. It gets way tougher. And I know it. I mean, I've got 2 PBA 300s. Actually, I shot 2 300s in one day at a PBA competition, regional event a couple years ago, and that was kind of my big, like, hey, I'm here, ready to go and stuff. So actually, I can show you 1 second. I'll show you the rig for it that I got. So. Yeah, I have 3 three 300 rings. One's from USBC, which is kind of like your AMA for bowling, and then I have one from the TNBA, which is like another association, but free rings, can't complain. So this is the one I have. I can show you right here. That's a PBA 300 ring. As you can see there, I'm all over the place here. So on the bottom there, now remember I shot 2 300s, so in the same day. So you get one for the ring itself. So it's actually got my name on it and stuff, I think, too. So if you see right there. Yep. So the name on it and stuff. And if you can see on the ring itself, you can see, if I flip it around the right way, here we go. You flip it that way, you see on the bottom part right here, there's like a little stud there. That's for my second one. So for every one I get, I add a little diamond stud, quote-unquote diamond stud around the whole ring. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's nice to have. I mean, I have all the 300s I've shot. I shot a ton in practice and a ton in league and stuff. This one's the good one. You shoot one in PBA competition, you're actually doing something. So, and last year I got second at a regional down, actually not far from here, down in Millsboro, Delaware. So for a doubles event. So bowled in a title match, which was, I've made a lot of strides in the past 4 years. So now I've bowled in a title match already, which is, some people in their career, it's the only time they ever do it, and I was able to do it within 4 years of being a pro. So it's really good feat, and hoping for better days ahead. So on that. So, okay, I think we'll cut the bowling side out for the rest of the show. And then we're an hour and a half in, like I said earlier. So, let's watch another video and not hear me talk as much. So we're gonna go right to Travis Pastrana. I think that's a pretty good one, right? 2010. Travis Pastrana at a kind of like a pro race, pro amateur, pro am type event out in Long Island. It was a Long Island pro race night type thing, and he did a whole freestyle demo. So we're gonna check that. It's a little music edit, slow mo type stuff, but it's Travis, so I'm sure it's gonna pretty much be well. So enjoy.
Hanging out Long Island Motocross. It's pretty cool. Got a pretty good turnout. David Millsap's putting on an event. It's been a good time today, man. Got to do a little freestyle. Red Bull Air Force jumped in, so about to go. Whoa, hey, what's going on over there? Anyway, about to go out for a second round and show he's got a little more freestyle.
I'm the number plate. Thanks, man.
Travis, I'm gonna trade your jersey, all right?
You are the man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna bring you over when you're done.
Travis, you got
All right, we're here at Long Island Motocross. Basically, Red Bull, Davey Millsaps threw a party out here, and there happened to be a motorcycle race at it, which was awesome. A lot of people turned up. Everyone's really enthusiastic. Crowd's been awesome. Just winding down the day. Pretty much everything done, at least for me. And man, thank you guys for coming out. It's been a lot of fun. And hopefully we'll be able to do this again next year.
Yeah, Travis is such a natural. I mean, with on the bike and stuff, and off the bike too. I mean, like with those interview shots and stuff like that, like on camera stuff that you saw with me just putting the camera up on when he's talking. I put no direction on that. I wouldn't be like, "Hey, what's up, Travis?" or ask me any questions. It was just camera, and he just knew what to say. I was like, and I'm there. This is 2010, so this is like I'm a good number of years. I'm like 5-6 years in the game with the media stuff, and I'm just like, man, he's doing all the work for me. All right, and you wonder why he's probably one of the best media guys as far as covering the sport and stuff, and as far as promoting the sport and doing the best he can. So Travis is definitely on the easier side for sure. So, but that was an awesome day too. I mean, just seeing Travis kind of not really in his element, I guess, but this is kind of pre-Nitro Circus-ish. So. Time, so to see him do that, though, like just you don't see him do one-off events like that too. So it was probably one of the last ones he probably ever did before the Nitro Circus thing. Obviously, that took its shape and was filling stadiums and arenas up all over the place. So, but yeah, we're gonna think we end this sorry, throat's all tacked up. I think we'll end this watch party here. So we're gonna finish out with one video. We're gonna finish out with some more JS7. I think because a lot of people missed the guy too. So, but yeah, thanks you guys for tuning in the chat and everything. I appreciate it. It's a good first, I think, very successful first watch party thing, and we'll keep growing this and have a little more fun. Maybe I'll step up the video quality of this webcam I'm set up with. This is webcam off my MacBook, so it's a quick fix, makes it work, and all that stuff like that. So, and so it'll be good. I'm really looking forward to doing more of these. I might do one tomorrow night too, so check back. We'll do some different videos and maybe clean up a little bit, maybe figure out my audio issue and fire that audio guy that was messed up the 2 times tonight. So that was me. So, but no, other than that, it's gonna be it's cool. So I'm really fortunate of that. So for you guys to tune in, check it out, and still be able to be part of the site and everything, and be part of MXPTV. And I mean, I know it's been hiatuses, the last 3 or 4 years and stuff, but just been focusing on different things. I think motocross, I think I've done everything I want to do in the sport. I think I've traveled pretty much anything and everywhere for any event for motocross and other sports as well. I mean, I've been in the Caribbean for races, I've been to Europe for races, and I want to go right now, but I mean, I've done them, so it's something where if I go shoot motocross right now, it's kind of like I've done it already, and it's like I need to move on. I'm 34 right now, I need to move on to something else. I think I need a new challenge in life, so that's where I'm kind of at right now. So I'm really happy for the support I've received over the years. It's been great, and the continued support, and it's going through this now and stuff, and doing it a little differently right now. But I still have a big audience here. I mean, it's been growing recently just because of that Sleepy Hollow videos is taking off for some reason. And, we're actually, it's weird. I've not done many videos, but I'm getting closer to like 90,000 subscribers right now, which is nuts. So we still have an audience out there, and I'm really appreciative of that. And, I still want to do some stuff on this channel. It's just a matter of just trying to, get the time for it between, the bowling, like I said, and my work and stuff. So, but now bowling's out. Not much video work going on. I'm stuck at home. So, watch party. Yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, again, thanks guys for tuning in. For no further ado, we'll introduce more James Stewart footage for you to finish this out. And after this clip, that'll be it. So, again, thanks guys. If you guys want to chat in the room for a little bit while the Stewart video is going, I'll help answer some questions and whatnot. And if you have any questions for future videos, put them in, and we'll work on it for maybe tomorrow night. So, all right, thanks guys. And here is some JS7. This actually is video, by the way, just a little preface to this one. This was kind of, I kind of call it, but I don't want to be too egotistical about it. This is kind of like the last Stewart video of him really riding Supercross, because 2 weeks out, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks after this video is when he had failed his drug test and stuff and all that stuff happened, and that just basically kicked him out of the sport, so inadvertently. So not inadvertently, but kind of did. So this is kind of like the last video of him like really getting ready for Supercross for the next year, and then realizing 2-3 weeks later, no one knew about it then, obviously, but that he would be out of the sport. So or he would be failed that drug test and that all that calamity after that. So yeah, so here it is, some really good James Stewart Supercross testing footage from his house. So all right, and thanks guys for tuning in. Appreciate it. Thank you.